Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, now with events throughout the year.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Bifo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the frim fram sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back for round two. We had so much fun today, and again, I had a nice long 3-day weekend, so I am ready to rock and roll for hour number two today. And we have a very special treat in store for you all here on streaming on the Let's Eat South Florida Facebook group, which is, of course, Timon's and Marissa's favorite Facebook group.
We love it. We love it.
We're at the Katherine in downtown Fort Lauderdale, and it is a wonderful place for food and also libation. Welcome back. It's been a while, guys, and how's everything going? And I understand there's some big news afoot brewing here at the Katherine. I don't know who wants to share the news with our audience, but what's happening?
Katherine should share the news.
Hello.
How-
I think
how are
Chef
you?
should share the news.
Doesn't work that way.
You're all too modest. Well, you can see there's something in front of me, right? What is in front of me?
Well, listen, after, 2.5 years, we're really excited being in Fort Lauderdale. We're so humbled and honored by the outpour and support from the community, all the gracious support coming home,
Awards, accolades, and a full house almost every night. I was in here a few weeks ago, and it's got a good vibe going now. I mean, I know anytime you start a new venture in a new place, it could be sometimes you don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
But when I was in here a couple of weeks ago with Val, and we sat in the corner there, and the place filled up and had just this beautiful energy, and the food was unbelievably good. And now, coming soon,
it's cocktails. We have finally grown up. Katherine is turning of age, and we will expand.
I would drink to that.
You'll drink to that. We have some more coming as we, make them. Listen, we're coming of age.
That's a beautifully balanced drink. I should know what it is, but I taste bitters.
Yep.
And is it a Manhattan? What is that?
It's a Negroni.
A Negroni. I should know these.
But this
things.
time we no longer have to just focus on low ABV or sakes, which we will have some, but we're getting good old gin and good old spirits and good old booze. So we're excited for that because I need a good cocktail.
Here's the booze. And well, congratulations, you two. And I haven't even realized that it had been 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Time really does fly.
It
and
does
your
fly.
wonderful family is growing. Your daughter is almost going off to college.
Very
and
soon.
You've got all these holiday events that you got to run off to. But again, it's the time of the year where it's good. We're all hectic and we're running around. I just got back from a weekend in Boston.
We love that.
You
for
guys
We
are
love
always
that.
doing the food festivals. And again, it keeps you energized and to get out of, the usual routine, it stimulates the creativity, right?
1,000%. I think it's that's time of year. It's holiday time. Everyone's busy. Kids are busy, school. But, it brings together friends and family. And you want to go and enjoy good food, good drinks. Those memorable times are always shared around those tables, laughter and love. So again, for us, very soon to come in the next couple of weeks, we will have our license. So we're giving you a special preview because of our relationship.
Right.
How
This
much we
is
support,
the
love
private
you.
club. I joined the private club for the day, which is basically, I got my liquors from an undisclosed sources, but you're going to be making some terrific cocktails here because that's all you do here is things at a high level with purpose and intent. And when it comes to the drinking, I'm sure it'll be very purposeful.
Listen, like I've always told you, this is our neighborhood restaurant. We do a lot of things with intention. That's why I said it's so important that we're accepted and supported by the community. We're here. We live in Broward, and it means the world when we see people in here at repetitive times. They really become friends and family already, to the point, like you used to say when I was at Sugarcane, people have their first dates, then they're getting married, then they bring their kids for a birthday. It's kind of happening here now. People are having celebratorial holidays here, weddings.
Have there been engagements here?
I don't know if there has been
anybody
engagement.
popped the question?
Not engagement.
Okay.
But we did have a rehearsal dinner. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
This would be a perfect rehearsal dinner place.
Rehearsal dinner. We've had some graduation
Mhm.
parties.
And these are all like patrons that have grown to love us and say, hey, our family is growing and we want to do it here with you. So that's the sense of, like you said, community and holidays. It's growing. It's growing together. And we're happy to be here and be part of that.
Good vibes, good food, good people, and now good libations, cocktails
1000%.
coming soon.
Yeah.
And I guess for those, people don't realize it is a struggle for a lot of places to get full liquor. It's sometimes can be costly depending on the size of the restaurant. I mean,
It is
anybody,
size.
can you explain the basics? Because pretty much anybody can get a beer and wine license relatively affordably, right? But it's that next step that's a challenge.
Yeah, it's everything's contingent upon how many licenses are available per county and city. There's space and operational requirements on seating and size of square footage. So all of these things factor in. And the past, since COVID, everyone knows in our space, in our hospitality industry, those costs were exponential. So many places, including ourselves, were we couldn't afford that, and it's crazy. So since.
And they make it easier on the big boys too, right? The restaurants
It's almost
that are
advantageous to be big, so
right.
that's why
it's like over 150 seats. They make it easy, which inevitably favors the big corporations or the chains or the ones that line the pockets of politicians. I said it, not him, but and it's a little bit unfair stacked against the independents, the mom and pops that again you hear from. I'm sure a lot of your guests, and I'm one of them. Look. I don't mind a place that only serves beer and wine because, look, I can get by on beer and wine.
Nice
but
glass
there
of wine,
are
too.
a lot of people out there, and they're not necessarily alcoholics, although I tend to run on that side of the street sometimes. But no, but you like an evening cocktail. You like a Negroni
You're
or a
going out.
Manhattan or an old-fashioned or...
got out of work, you want your drink to start off your,
Yeah, and then you ease into the wine.
Yeah.
So this is fantastic.
Fair enough.
How did this all get started? And it's just a matter of, it was a natural progression and you said it's time.
We knew we wanted to eventually, but again, the cost just became the number one
Mhm.
issue for us.
Right. But
So
now,
once things, I guess, started to become normal, we
Okay.
started to discuss it. And then we're very firm believers. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And it was meant
well,
to
here
be.
we are. It's meant to be. And I'll raise a glass and say,
Yeah, I'm
salud,
gonna raise a
and
glass of
l'chaim,
it.
and Nostrovia, and
Mazel.
chin
Al
chin,
Sante.
and everything. Strante. What do you got, Lubie? Anything? Lubie's behind the
It's a
headset.
mezcal margarita. I love mezcal, man. You're gonna see some fun stuff. So we're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna drink up with our friends and family up here in Lauderdale. Let's go.
How involved are you going to be in the cocktail program, Mr. Ballou?
What's up? I've always been heavy in the cocktail program more
Okay.
than wine,
Okay.
especially like again all my years of sugarcane. I love doing collab dinners with like the master. We'd bring in all these people from Mount Gay and all these places. So I'm excited to have cocktails here. I know Broward loves.
And now, the whole scene, it's, it started off with the breweries and microbreweries and the local beer scene, but now there's a local distillery scene too.
That's awesome.
Every time I look up, somebody else is producing, somebody's doing some rum, somebody's doing some gin or vodka. So it's another way to tap into the local
Listen,
creators.
couldn't happen for a perfect time. Like I said, going into holidays, and again, going into something that we're going to talk about is, a
Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival.
Food and Wine Festival.
And you're doing
Perfect
another
time.
one of your intimate dinners. And I think there's going to be somebody chiming in. Are they on the line or not yet? Okay, but we're going to have a special guest, and you're doing a collaborative dinner. You love doing these things. You did one last year, right? And
we listen. We've come to become friends with the festival. Kate and Phil are the owners, and
they've done a great job growing it.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, and I admire that because it brings all in all notoriety and attention to the dining and hospitality scene of Broward and all the whole Broward County, and of course we're extension, so it can dip into Miami and the Palm Beaches and even North Florida because there's so much great talent, and we should
last I
limit
checked,
ourselves to that.
There's no borders, there's no border patrol looking for passports, there's no moats. Sometimes there's alligators, but there's no moats with alligators. People can go between the 305 and the 954 and the 561.
And a lot of people do. A lot of Broward, they're always in the weekend. They're in Delray, Palm Beach or in Miami on the weekends. So they're familiar with this. They will travel for food, you know?
And look, one of the things that I love about Phil and Kate, they've done a great job growing the festival in an organic, natural way. And the festival is the right size, and they're involving all the local talent. And again, you have your culinary roots down in Miami, and we all know. I love Lee Schrager. I love the South Beach Wine and Food Festival
Love Lee too.
But it's become this big
Like a monster,
and it's always sometimes with all these national and international names, the locals can feel a little bit slighted. But here, the locals really are the stars, and I think
that's awesome.
Phil and Kate, and the fact that now we're able to have dinners where we're bringing up some of Miami's best.
Yeah, that's a testament, huh?
It is. And
I think that speaks.
I know for a while it was kind of like mystery guests and mystery chefs, but can you just kind of give the rundown who's going to be up here cooking? And the date of the event, I think, is the Tuesday. The 14th?
Yeah, Tuesday, January 14th.
And I don't know if it's a sellout yet, but it's darn close. And you want to get online right now and get your tickets at vlfoodwine.com. Go look at all the events. Click on intimate dinners. You'll see Timon Ballou and the Katherine listed, and just click on that one. An evening with Timon and friends.
Definitely,
and who are the friends?
So listen, we've always wanted to use this space to bring more of our Miami friends and national friends to this neighborhood and kind of see what's happening. So it's just fitting that that night we basically brought. It's almost like a potluck, and you bring everyone to a housewarming. So we have several friends of tremendous acclaim, a brother and sister duo that's probably the hottest in the country. If you don't know, it's, Nando Chang and Val Chang.
Chang Gang is how they're known.
And what's beautiful, though, is everyone knows them in Chang Gang. But as I've, grown to know them, even with the backstory that Papa Chang and I opened the Mandarin Oriental together.
I did not realize that you work with.
So I knew them when they were
father.
really kids,
right?
So seeing
you've
them
literally
grow,
seen them grow up.
Yeah, he didn't want them in the business, and they loved it so much they're in it.
And I first met them. It was Valerie and Nando, the son, the younger, when they were running this little food stall at a food hall that had just opened in Midtown. It was called, I think, the St. Roque Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
They had this literally, it's like a little stall at the far end, and they were doing these incredible Nikkei, the combo Peruvian Japanese with the tiraditos and the sliced fish. And I was blown away at that point. I was the Sun Sentinel critic, and I was kind of roaming through the food hall, and that was the bite that was like,
what's it doing here?
The angels, the trumpets blared, and they've gone on to much acclaim. And of course, they have two different restaurants now. Itame has opened up a full dining room, and then is it pronounced Matty's?
So it's Matty's and Itamai.
My pronunciation. I know how to spell.
It's
I'm
all
worse
good.
with pronunciation.
As long as you know good food, you know where to go.
And I'm right here. And of course, Val. How about congratulations to her? I think she actually won a regional James Beard Award.
She won the most recent James Beard Award since 2010 on Michael Schwartz
for the Southeast.
It's a tremendous accolade.
Yeah, and she's so talented and so richly deserving of it. And she's going to be here, with Nando and you,
and many more. Again, those two are a phenomenal duo, powerhouse of culinary talent in the country. My dear great brother Jose Mendin.
He's going to be here.
Jose and I go back to culinary.
Did he ever get married, or was he still one of those eligible bachelors? Because I remember one year.
Don't start fights, Mike. Don't start fights.
Don't start. You got this camera rolling. You know the code, man. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
I'm Team Allie.
No, he has Ali and a beautiful family, and he's grown so many beautiful businesses, from Pub Belly to Casa Isla, which I'm probably pronouncing incorrectly. He's a brother. We went to Johnson and Wales together. We've cooked numerous times together.
Vacation
he's the reason
together.
why I met my partners at Sugarcane. So our deep roots. So it's fitting for him to be there. And another husband and wife duo that we just love as humans, Rosa and Danielle of Sandwich are coming up.
Sandwich is coming. We're going to have some
Sandwich are here. They're going to do some snacks.
Oh, my goodness. How's everybody going to fit in that little kitchen of yours?
But it's all here.
Oh, sorry. It's going to be chaos. And listen, we have a really awesome slanging the wines, and a great supporter who's become a friend, Davey from Sidewalk Bottle Shop.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
super
Dave
big
is
fans.
great. Yep.
He's
He likes to
super
give the needle to
talented.
people on Let's Eat
Listen,
South Florida. I like that because I'm a natural born wise ass too. So,
so
he's after my own heart when he kind of goes at
He'll
people.
be here helping us. He's curating the wines for the dinner, and he'll be around. So it's going to be a warm, magical evening, and we couldn't think of better people, better organization to partner with. It goes to Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah, the Children's
Everything about
Hospital,
this is
Phil
a
and Kate,
win-win. So.
Again, great beneficiaries of this magnificent Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival.
Basically giving you 4 restaurants in one night. So you don't even have to drive to Miami.
I don't know what the capacity is here. Are you going to look at us sell how many, like 40 or 50
Yeah,
tickets?
we're 50 tickets at the
47
moment.
tickets.
And I bet it's going to sell out any moment.
We have a
now.
few left, so please log on.
Yeah.
We'd love you to come and experience. It's gonna, be a really awesome night. People walking around. It'll be your time to meet and hang out with chefs, and there may be some fun after parties.
They
too,
probably
so.
will be. And if the liquor license is activated
I didn't
by
wanna
that
say
point, it could be really a fun evening. I'm
Definitely
looking
turn into
forward to
something.
stopping by that night. Again, Tuesday, January 14th. Go online now, vlfoodwine.com, and go check out the whole rest of the festival events. I mean, there's some seminars and cooking classes if you want to raise your own culinary game. And then, of course, you got the big 5 signature events that if you use the promo code Lunchbox, you get an extra 15% off the already low ticket prices. It makes the perfect stocking stuffer for the food lover in your life. Go online to vlfoodwine.com. There's big 5 events. It's a cocktail competition. Maybe if you're going to have a mixologist on board here, you'll get involved next year for the big cocktail competition.
And we have the awesome mixologist in the back,
Oh,
Naz.
yeah. Naz. There we go. I'm so used to having
Come by
Naz
if we're
come
not
and
here. Naz.
serve me all the great food and wine. I didn't realize he's a mixologist master, so it's good.
We're a good place of creatives. So anyone who shows some passion, we're like, hey, if we don't know it, we're going to learn it, and we're going to do it together. And that's again, more community and home, dude. You figure it out.
See, my motto is fake it till you make it. But you're so talented. You guys actually know what they're doing when they come through the door. Which
Sometimes
is
we fake it.
She's gotta speak for
man,
herself.
it's all good. All right, Lunchbox promo code for the Big 5 cocktail competition. Asian theme walk and roll on Thursday night. Friday night is the barbecue battle that for the first time will be in a venue where there's live fire smoking all day and night, so the competitors can really put their best food forward. Saturday is the grand tasting at Las Olas Beachfront Park, right there at A1A and Las Olas. And then, of course, Sunday, first time brunch. Those 5 events, use the promo code Lunchbox for extra savings. All right, guys, do you want to take our first break? And then we'll see if we could rustle up
our special guest,
Nando Chang, somewhere out there in 305 land. But that's okay. We've got enough to keep us going right here. I haven't even taken a bite of food yet. That's how excited I am about the drinking. I've been so busy taking my sips from this beautiful Negroni. I'm going to get to some of these new dishes after these words on the Lunchbox.
Hey, Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligan's, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. For the finest poultry and the freshest fish, Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, open 7 days. Since 1951, a South Florida tradition for stone crab in season, Thanksgiving turkeys, holiday feasts, and everyday eating. Great steaks, house-made sausage, and prepared foods, too. Delaware is not just a market, it's a celebration of taste, quality, and old-fashioned customer service with a smile. Sign up for their weekly email flyer at DelawareChicken.com and tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a great bagel with lox, matzo ball soup, deli sandwich, and rugelach, you know where I go? Grandpa's Restaurant in Dania Beach. It's a South Florida institution since 1957 that was revamped a few years back by a pair of New York bagel baking legends. Full deli and appetizing case with spreads, salads, and platters for takeout and catering. Grandpa's is near Federal Highway just north of Sterling Road, open 7 days for breakfast and lunch. Go eat and enjoy. It's Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. For the finest and authentic Greek cuisine, Taverna Kima is the place to go. 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. It's been around for nearly 2 decades. Every day is a feast with grilled lamb and fish, house-made spinach pie and moussaka, gyros, traditional dips, mezes, with soft, warm pita. It's open 7 days for lunch and dinner with happy hour daily from 3 to 6 p.m., indoor, outdoor, private dining, and they are now featuring a monthly lamb roast brunch on the first Sunday of every month. So celebrate life at Taverna Kima. For reservations and information. Hey, we're back on the Lunchbox, and boy, oh boy, do we have a treat in store. We're doing a Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival edition from the Katherine, one of Fort Lauderdale's best restaurants, with our friends Timon and Marissa Ballou. And we now have on the hotline a special call-in guest, acclaimed Miami chef from the Itamai AO. At least it's not AF. That's what my daughter always says. It's no, Itamai AO. Nando Chang, it's been a while since I've seen you or spoken to you, buddy. It's Mike Mayo here with Timon and Marissa. How are you doing today?
Hi, fam. How are you guys? Hi, Mike. How are you? Very well, very well. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being able to chime in. What have you been up to aside from, you and your sister kind of just knocking them dead with all your latest endeavors? And I guess you still kind of, talk to the folks up here in Broward, and you're going to be up here next month for a little bit of a collab?
Absolutely. Well, I don't know. First and foremost, the endeavors haven't really changed. It's still, Matis and Itamai. That's what we're doing all the time. Just, chipping away. And two, I'm super excited to come back to Broward. Val and I lived in Coral Springs with our mother for
That's
quite
my
some
hometown.
time. Yeah. We've never, I don't believe we've ever cooked actually in Broward. So it's pretty cool. Other than, caterings and whatnot with Pops. So it's pretty cool. I am pretty excited.
And Timon, tell me, again, I guess you were telling us before, you've known Nando since he was what, in diapers?
I wouldn't say diapers, but again, I'm
kitchen diapers.
Kitchen diapers for sure. I opened the Mandarin Oriental with Papa Chang, their dad, super great human, and I've watched these kids grow. Val working next door to Sugarcane at Mercadito, Nando, me being a fan because in his previous life he was actually a rapper, so he's got a great, he's got a great song on Spotify called Sushi Chef. If you haven't heard it, check it out. He doesn't only cook.
I would have had that ready.
It's a great song for real.
I would have played it right now. Actually, you're lucky.
So I'm just a fan of them because they have given me confidence that the next generation of industry chefs come with the core values of where we started. And that's, when we hear all these things and we're human, and you hear it, whether it's millennial society, the change of guard, these guys, they do it right. Yep. And they do it better than I think I ever did it. And Nando just won. If I can say it, Nando. Sorry to steal your thunder. Esquire Best New Restaurant last week.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
missed
So it's
that.
not them together. It's them together, them by themselves. We're so lucky to have them in South Florida. And I'm telling you, we're even luckier to have them cooking that night here. So, I mean, you talk about yourself, bro. I love you, dog. I'm fangirling.
No. Okay. No, I can't.
Well, I know you're modest. I will ask some questions because the last time I haven't seen you since you've opened since post-pandemic, basically. I mean, back when I was a respectable human being and I came down to the food hall when you guys first opened it to my, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I butcher everything, but I'm just blown away by just, again, your exquisite preparations, the tiraditos, what you were doing with all the, the Nikkei cuisine, the Peruvian, Japanese mashup, and just what has been the natural evolution. And again, and what's the difference between, I guess, Matisse and Itame, and who does what? Are you both at both locations, or are you and your sister divided up?
Yeah. Okay. So definitely, well, it's Val and I growing as operators that have, landed us in this property. Val pretty much oversees the whole operation with my better half, my wife, Lauren, who pretty much does all operations at the restaurant, outside the restaurant, our personal lives. So between her and Val, really, they oversee both entities. I happen to be involved with both kitchens very much, but I leave a lot of the operational stuff to Lauren and Val. And that's kind of how we've divided our time, Other than that, we have obviously a great team of people between leads and sous chefs. We've been able to craft a pretty tight kitchen that's not, it's not exactly where we would want to be there, but it's exactly where we need to be today. And I think we're getting better. And, there are very challenging moments, obviously, like every other, restaurant in South Florida, but we're very blessed. And that's kind of how we divide our responsibility. As far as the concepts, the progression has always been with Val and I. We're kind of doing, even right before Itamai, I was doing some sort of pop-up with a Peruvian Japanese tasting menu. Val was working, I just worked for Thomas Keller in Vegas, like Bouchon. She was really into like lots of vegetables, lots of French technique. Then came her time with Mike Solomonov, when she was very young, but like she really had a really good grip on like adding a little flair of Peruvian into like Mediterranean food and Israeli flavors that were it was really cool to see us. I believe she was 24, 25, and then all of a sudden she starts doing Peruvian Japanese food. But her heart's always been that Creole, what speaks to your really soul, which what we call criollo. And after so many years of doing Itamai, obviously, it was, it's natural for her to say, now I want to focus on what I've always loved the most, which is this kind of food. And I think Matis has been a good representation of that. Matis, we were very clear also as Peruvian kids who grew up in Miami and overseeing the landscape of all these Peruvian restaurants that are here. Because, Miami, unlike many other cities where Peruvian food is abundant. It's not like you're not just going to pop up and say, oh, here's something with a Amarillo, and people are going to go, wow. That's not what we were facing anymore. We were really looking at a landscape of like, not only is it highly competitive amongst all these restaurants, but can you really excel at this and by being unique or having
spinning it forward, because when you have a population base that's already familiar with the basics, then you got to kind of raise the bar, right? And you guys have done that. Must be kind of cool, after she kind of slaps down a James Beard Award on the poker table, and then you say, I see that James Beard Award, I'm going to raise you a Esquire Best Restaurant. I mean, is there a healthy sibling rivalry? It's not even a rivalry, I imagine. It's just
there is no rivalry. for me, I just went back to back because Mati's got on the Esquire list last year. So for me, it's never stopped. It's never stopped.
Keeping up with the Joneses or the Vals. No, it's awesome, and I'm so glad that you're going to be getting back up now. So you spent time in Broward growing up, Coral Springs, and all that.
Yeah, I love Broward. I got my little hole in the walls out here. In Broward.
Yeah, so I keep hearing about how challenging the environment is. I know it's challenging everywhere, but particularly in Miami with skyrocketing rents and costs and things like that. When are you going to follow your boy Timon up here?
I'm trying to recruit them all.
We'll try.
The rest is here.
I want to eat their food, and I don't want to drive there.
I'm definitely gonna follow. I'm definitely gonna follow him in a couple of weeks when I go cook there.
Yeah.
Other than that, we'll see.
Okay. I seem
to not for nothing, but just being frank, big operations like Mati's, it deserve quite a few years to get it right.
Yeah, I imagine, but I hope at some point you could maybe do something north of the county line. I think, did I hallucinate? I think at one point early in the game, you guys were talking about coming in on something that was being built along Las Olas, but I guess it never came to fruition. And probably luckily, because some of them, not the most the best locations. There's been a little bit of a upheaval down along the New River, particularly, but. Your man, Tim and Marissa, they got it going on here right on Broward Boulevard. It's just, it feels like a really good, kind of like small, big city, urban enclave oasis of good dining and libations and atmosphere going here at the Katherine. And I forgot to tell people the address here is, was it 723 East Broward?
It is 723 East Broward Boulevard. Open 6 nights a week for dinner only, Tuesday through Sunday, 5 to 9.
Katherine.
Libations coming soon.
Happy hour coming soon.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't see us now, Nanda. We do have a video vlog capability, and in front of me is a beautiful Negroni with an orange peel that I am sipping, because I don't know if you heard the news, but full liquor is on the way. Hopefully by New Year's, it will be here at the Katherine. So I don't know. He doesn't know, but now I heard the news.
I didn't tell anybody. We just told everybody all at once on this damn show.
So I'm having my happy hour drink right now, even though it is not fully licensed for the general public yet. It is coming soon. What's your situation down there? Do you have full liquor at both your restaurants, or is it beer or wine?
Yeah, we do. We get, we get lit.
That's how we like it. Yeah, that's how they roll. Hey, so Nanda, anything else you want to add? Do you want to just maybe, again, for people who cannot make it to the great collaborative festival dinner that's going to be happening here at the Katherine on Tuesday, January 14th. Again, get your tickets now while they last at vlfoodwine.com. But for those maybe who can't make it that night, how do they find your restaurants, Itamai, and what does AO stand for, by the way? Does it stand for anything?
AO stands for blue. It's pronounced ow.
Ow.
Which is how we're gonna hurt people when they don't show up to the damn dinner.
That's it. And then you got Matty's. Again, those two restaurants are Midtown. They're pretty much side by side, right?
Yes, they are. Well, Itamai is basically a hidden room inside of Matty's.
Okay. And again, you guys open 7 days this time of year? Is it 6 days or?
Yeah, this time of year where Matty's is open 7 days a week. Itamai is doing services 5 nights a week. Itamai is in Midtown, next to Matty's. But most importantly, we can't wait really to come to Broward and cook. We've been looking forward. I've personally been looking forward to cook with Chef Timon since he was our guest chef at Itamai in the downstairs location a couple years ago, and it was really one of those moments where I've spent with a chef where you really, really bring your A game, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure that we bring good food and that that we cook the food that we love to also eat at home. So I can't wait. I have some fish that's already aging, so I can't wait.
If you don't know before
See
he
you guys.
gets off, you need to know this kid. He's a damn man. He's not a kid, but sheesh, there's techniques he's doing, like from a culinary standpoint. If you go to AO and you see there's agers there, it's a work of art. You're sitting and having a counter experience. He is there. His sous chefs are there. They're passing you the food, omakase style. You know, it's creme de la creme. You see all these fine dining. If you want to experience just technique, passion in a warm setting,
Good music.
you know, if you're going to Miami, these are two of, you know, I have a lot of Miami friends, but this is family. I definitely say these are, when people are out of town and they hit me with the list, where do you have to stop by? One or the other, you have to. The bite is going to be a memorable bite. You leave South Florida, you remember this region. It's like the humidity here. You take some home with you.
It's beautiful. Nando, keep up the great work. Say hi to your sister, and hopefully you'll get to see you all on the 14th of January. I appreciate your time today. Is there anything else that you want to just promote, interject? You guys having any kind of big holiday parties, New Year's Eve?
No, nothing. Go Dolphins. That's all.
Go Dolphins.
Win out, baby.
Nice,
Win out.
okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Well,
Good stuff.
we've all been suffering a long time, and it might be one more year, but we'll see what
All right,
happens.
Nando. Thanks.
All right, Nando, thanks so much for tuning in.
Thanks,
Thank
Nando.
you, guys.
Chiming in, and again, get those tickets now because I have a feeling it's going to be selling out in the next day or two. A lot of those intimate dinners are selling out. Space is limited, and this is going to be one that you don't want to miss if you're a food lover. All right, let's take our second break, and then we'll finally get to the food in front of us. And again, he's always creating, always concocting new dishes. I recognize a couple of these from my meal a few weeks ago, swordfish bites and the crab fried rice. But we're going to let Timon explain all of that after these words on the Lunchbox. Southern comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. If you want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting, have I got the place for you. Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasto platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Looking for great seafood that's a little further inland? Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C. 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward. Some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sautéed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival edition, happy hour edition, I'm going to say. Now that
we're getting
full
there.
liquor is on its way to the Katherine, 723 East Broward Boulevard, the heart of downtown Fort Lauderdale. And our good friends here, you're always working on menu items, and I was blessed to come in a couple of weeks ago, me and lovely Val, and we were blown away by some of the flavors. What do we have in front of us? And then I'll give the recap of some of the other things that they can find.
I mean, we just always, it's always a mood thing. So, with the seasons changing, we wanted a little bit more spice, some warm notes. So we have some beautiful things like you're squeezing a lime on top of it.
How am I doing? Am I hard? Is it
a little harder,
well, I'm a little weak. This hand, I broke my wrist a couple of years ago. All right, there we go. Now we're getting all this.
What is that?
Excuses.
This guy.
That's a beautiful Thai style crab fried rice. It's kind of an
gorgeous.
ode to Marissa Katherine's dad. Every time we visit him out in LA, we go to Thai Town and eat crab fried rice. One of the first things, just super simple. Crab, Thai basil, all those aromatics. We finish it with a little bit of eel sauce. And
Eel sauce gives it the umami, and I just go
the lime juice,
umami.
Mike Mayo's lime.
Got a little acidity because you know me, I like it a little bit with a zing.
There he goes.
That's for all you Let's Eat South Florida folks out there. Marissa, big fan of the group.
Oh, Jesus.
No, you know what? Look, it's 180,000 people almost. I never thought it would grow into that Frankenstein monster that it is.
Congratulations.
I still think it's a force for good. There's every day, it's like some people wake up and they choose to spread the word of great new places and discoveries, and then some people wake up and choose violence.
Oh, God.
And they decide to go all ballistic over a 3% whatever, credit card surcharge. Or water charge.
water
$1
thing is-
water
the water
for
thing is still
filtered water, all that you can drink. It's
It's
so
still
good.
amazing.
The bubbles too. You get a bottle. I was
Well,
at
the seltzer
Boston
stuff, too.
in one of these trendy restaurants. We stayed at a nice hotel rooftop place that was run by the Major Food Group. But every time they brought over a bottle of the San Pellegrino, $10 a bottle, and it's like
Bingo.
I'd rather have $1 for unlimited water. But I digress. This crab rice, a couple of weeks ago, he's so modest.
This is a friendly show, man.
I know.
You started
Mayo likes to
trouble.
start stuff. You know that. You guys are not new.
I'm not.
You call your family for a
I'm
reason.
sure-
Did
I'm
you guys
not-
get what he
I
is?
have no beef with you guys.
No,
I'm
I'm
on your
with you.
side. I go after my own folks. You should see me. And sometimes in the morning when I'm looking at this, I'm just rolling my eyes and I'm biting my tongue of like, this is what I really want to say. And instead, I have to be the diplomat. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, we were in here and you said, this is a new dish I'm working on. It's not really there. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. How is it now?
It's freaking great.
Yeah,
And it was good.
So I
It was,
guess we
I
worked
mean,
on it.
it was just missing that little something. What's the new component? Is it the eel sauce? Or
It
do you
is
have-
the eel sauce.
Yeah, and that's
It's
all
like-
it needed
is what
because it gave
is.
it the umami part, and it just gives it that little bit of a different flavor profile.
You know what we've been learning here, and like you said, is throughout the years opening here. I told you this one was open in restaurants in New York, Miami, Las Vegas, all these big cities, but this was one of the most challenging with the people and how they received us. And we've come to find out that a lot of the people here are closet like flavor profile people. They're like they want ethnic food and they want like the curries and they want big flavors, and that really gives us
Interesting.
a lot of hope for this is home. This is the people you want to eat with. So that's a crab fried rice. We have a beautiful local swordfish. with,
Swordfish bites were great.
know,
Again, especially when you get that fresh
with
swordfish.
all the Middle Eastern flavors we love. A beautiful tahina, some a roasted eggplant, a lot of za'atar and lemon. and then just a beautiful heirloom tomato salad.
I'm going to
with
spear
like
one of these, by the way.
a
It's just-
coconut nampla, which is basically fish sauce, lime juice, a lot of coconut milk.
and I'm very rude because I didn't squeeze the lemon first.
Nah, don't worry, man.
Here, let me get my. Got to make sure it has the proper acidity, right? That's it.
These are just some of the flavors. We still have a good old classics that honestly I would have changed a long time ago, but as she said, it's what the people love and have come to love us for. So clam chowder fries are still on the menu.
So I'm going to tell you something.
The short rib
Okay.
orchietti
that's
is still
your
on the
favorite.
menu.
We were here for my birthday a couple months ago,
Delicious.
and we as you've met my wife, very
Yeah.
cultured, very open-minded. I do a show with him daily, so cultured, open-minded, in spite of the way he eats at times.
He's really grown.
I have become more culture open-minded, or I try, right? So when we go to places, especially places, even places we love, we try to diversify. We do.
That's
And
awesome.
I've done shows with you multiple times, and how the back and forth of your wife, we can't get rid of it. And you're like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
You know, like the way, I know you're not as dramatic as I am, but that's what I envision, right? The tug, you know, between the creativity of the chef, but the restaurateur who wants to keep people happy, right? So we sit down and we're their parents, because we've been talking about the Katherine and her parents forever. But my sister-in-law is not really into seafood. To come to the Katherine and limit yourself is just not what we're going to do. So we never have brought them here. She's not here. It's my birthday. So we come and we're like, all right, we're going to get new things. And they're like, what do you like? We're like, oh,
Were they
okay.
open to it? Did they
They
experiment?
were, but we weren't.
Because you wanted your try
Yeah,
and
are we going to
tried
come
and
here
true?
and not get the clam chowder fries? Like, are we not going to do that? Are we going to come here and not get a dish that the New York Times has said is a top 20 dish in all of the world, you know, or the country at
Well, it was
least?
the U.S. for
Of the
last
country,
year, which
all of
is
the
a pretty
country,
good
all of the
thing.
country. Like, are we going to not have them try this dish? So, like, and we tried a couple other new dishes, but that's my thing, and I appreciate your wife.
Yeah.
In other words,
it's hard
it's
to
working.
Yes,
Timon,
it's
because
hard.
that's what you had this.
It's just hard not to do the stuff you love, but also we try to try new things as well, because you are great at that as well.
But you've now reached an audience that is willing to open up their taste buds and willing to explore, different flavor
And
profiles.
not just that, it's not that.
And yes, my in-laws, by the way, were over the moon, and we're like, this is one of the 3 or 4 places we have to go regularly. We're like, duh.
What it is I think it's just trust with the community and our patrons. Again, first year open, we never had a sign. It was all word of mouth, and we've continued in that motto. The best, PR is,
word of mouth,
our guest,
and people. And you've done something bright, which is you're curating your guests in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes chefs curate a menu, and I can't curate the Let's Eat group in a way that I could lop off half the audience. But you basically. You got to learn that you're not going to please all the people all the time, and that whoever appreciates it, hopefully they'll come back and tell 20 friends, and then it'll build, and then you'll get the right crowd,
the right
friends.
Yeah.
And again, it seems like it's worked, because the last time I was in here, it wasn't anybody who's going to go on the group the next day and complaining about $1 water.
Well, no, I think we went a weekday, and it was like slammed in here, and we were laughing because it was like October, a weekday, and we're like, I'm glad he's wrong, but I don't know what the hell Timon was talking about the last time we were in here, because it was like jamming, and we were like beaming, even though we have nothing to do financially with this establishment, because we love you guys and we just love what you guys do. We were just so like proud, and we were like so happy, and like to watch my in-laws who had never eaten, never met you guys, and we're just
it's the kind of
it was fantastic.
It's the kind of restaurant
that really means the world to us. Listen, it never falls on deaf ears. We don't think I worry all the time if we'll ever be successful and make it. It's really being with this community.
We worry.
We worry all the time, dude.
I'm stuck to my
one minute
phone.
they love you, the next minute they got
really?
some things to say. But seeing repetitive faces, it really warms our heart, because it's really like our whole goal was to come and grow with the community, make it more flavorful, and it really gives us a lot of
And
hope.
it feels
and
like a
aspiration
neighborhood
to
spot.
Fort Lauderdale and
it's-
Broward, all these other great restaurants opening. So many good restaurants. Mas just got another Michelin star. I think Chef Ryan. There's so many great. Like
a lot
you
of
said, when we
talent.
go to Heritage, we always got to get the hot, hot suppressata. I mean, these are great restaurants that make our city better.
Yep.
We make it better together. Patroning all our restaurants, whether some big and some small. We live here, man. This is our backyard. We gotta make it flavorful.
It's a beautiful thing that you've put together that's grown organically, and now it's all here. The flavors, the people, the service.
Our service.
And
The
now-
service is fantastic.
Our service
The
is
service
great.
is fantastic.
1,000%. It's
Fantastic.
Nas has been
So
with
we've
us. I
Nas
think
right there.
he's
This
going
guy
on
should
his
be on the
third year.
show.
Yep, he's
Third
been
year.
here
Nas is a great
almost
channel.
from
Chad
the
is
beginning,
too.
and you've got it all. And now also going to
We
be
don't have a
full
lot
liquor.
of humans. We have really great.
We didn't
humans.
discuss this dish. This was the tomato. What
He
was
said
it?
an heirloom tomato.
Oh, I missed it.
He did a
I'm
whole
in
thing.
outer
He talked
space.
about the
Okay.
salt. and
Because
all
I
that.
always want to take it off, but someone said I can't take it
No,
off.
we had it last time. It was fantastic. And the other one that I got to mention was that scallop dish.
The scallop and apple.
We love a lot of raw food.
And
I
I
initially
I
wanted
love
this to be like a
again the
raw,
crudo that you have was the black garlic dashi,
Mhm.
and the scallop. Remind me, what was the flavor? It was
It
unbelievable.
was just like yuzu, lime.
Yeah, just the
juice,
yuzu and
yeah.
lime was so good,
Apples.
so fresh.
There's a couple
the
secret,
apple part,
couple
yeah.
goodies from back in the day of my
Yeah.
days of sugarcane. You kind
Yeah,
of pop up around.
and again,
Just have favorites. You know, we fall in love with certain ingredients that become in our repertoire.
well, in this environment climate, most of the year it's pretty warm and humid, and I think anything in the raw and cold seafood department, whether it's a crudo
Yeah, when it
or
comes up,
a
yeah.
scallop ceviche, any of the ceviche. I mean, all this stuff that you kind of you play with all the flavors, it all comes out brilliant.
Sometimes
You got
we go
to
to a
come
crab
down
house and we crack crabs at the crab house.
here. All good.
Rustic.
And this rustic inn.
Rustic's my favorite.
Oh, you like it? It's good. It's
Yeah.
you get
We go
those
visit
blue
our friends at
crab,
La
garlic.
Tub.
We like La Tub. You hit all the hot spots. I love this. This crab fried rice is excellent.
Thanks.
It almost makes me forget the morcilla fried rice, which
Oh my god.
was so good.
That
But that
was
was, people would say, "What is it?" Blood sausage, but it's delicious.
That was
It's
good.
It was so good. All right, let's take our final break. You guys got to
They
get
gotta
out
get
of here.
outta
here.
Lubie's got to get out of here.
Yes,
I
sir.
could stay here and eat all night, which I
You
might
can
just
stay with
do.
Naz.
I might just keep Naz company. And by the way, now open on Tuesday nights. You guys recently
Oh, wow.
expanded
Okay.
to 6-day-a-week service for
Yeah.
the season here. So now only closed on Mondays, Tuesday through Sunday for dinner.
Yep.
I
I wish I could take a vote and see how many people want us to do brunch.
Happy hour
Because
first.
you talked to us
With
about
full
so that's what
liquor.
it is.
We tried
Happy hour
it
makes
in
sense.
year one, but
Yeah.
again, I think if we have full liquor and I like
Full
to
liquor.
drink, I like
Yeah.
people to come and drink.
Yep.
We do great like egg dishes.
And my wife
fat
was
boy
like,
egg
"You
dishes.
Yep.
when we came
That
last year, you guys
brioche
talked about
French
it." so-
toast. Oh, it's all so good.
Oh,
All right,
One step at a time.
one
Yes.
thing at a
See,
time,
Marissa,
one
the-
day at a time.
the grounding.
Yeah.
We'll get through today, and then we'll figure out the rest. All right, it's the final break, right? I've lost
Yes,
track of all
yes,
space and time,
Yes.
thanks to the
'Cause we're having
medicine.
fun.
Yes, we are having
Not
fun.
work.
No, it's-
All right, we'll be back on the Lunchbox after these words. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Hey, it's Mayo here for Prezzo Italian Restaurants. 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to Eat. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. We're going to wrap up
I love when you have things that chefs are like, ooh, good for you. Like, ooh, you had stone crabs?
Stick with me.
Like,
That's what I tell them all the time. If you want good food, just
like
stick
you're
with
Tim
me.
and Marissa,
Oh, man. Meanwhile,
They
Nas
have
has
them.
made us a specialty coffee. What is this going on in front of me here, Marissa? Do you know?
I don't. I hope
Okay.
it's an espresso martini,
Well,
though.
it looks like
he
it's
says
got
an
a
Irish coffee.
Oh, Irish
twist.
coffee. A
I mean, it
bourbon
looks-
Irish
it's
coffee.
like a fancy Irish coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here, so that's the kind of.
Am I allowed to chug? Because I feel like
it looks fantastic.
it's chuggable.
It's so festive, though, too, right?
Go.
It's fantastic.
Maybe we'll call that the Mayo.
Call it the
Mayo
Mayo-
coffee. We'll
the-
grate some like peppermint.
the Mayo mug.
Ooh.
I have a
like
mug at
candy
home
cane.
that says Grumpy on it. That's my mug. That's the Mayo mug. Actually, I'm in a great mood now. I am no
Well, we're
longer
here.
grumpy.
We love you guys.
I'm happy.
You guys are the best.
They've turned me from
Of course.
among the dwarves. I'm no longer grumpy. I'm now happy. And I don't know if you are sneezy.
I played Dopey in a
Dopey.
talking about a play in elementary school. I played Dopey, so I'm probably.
And what do
more
you
like
got
that.
going? I love hearing the family updates. The daughter is in a Christmas pageant, something or
Christmas play today.
other? Christmas play, and they
A
just
Christmas
sprung it
pageant.
on you that they're actually in the play.
My daughter this morning, when she was getting ready for school, she asked if she was going to wear her dress to school. And I was like, why would you wear a dress to school? You have to wear your uniform. She's like, today's my
Pageant.
rehearsal,
Oh.
her pageant thing.
Yeah.
I was like, Sophie Brooklyn. And it was a whole thing this morning.
No judgment zone. We probably missed that school
The-
email.
yeah.
Nice. Well, and you will show up like the good
They're
Restaurant
there.
parents are a different breed, man.
You can
well,
find
I know.
a way.
As any restaurant
You
kid,
can make it happen.
where
They're
they do their
late every
homework on the
day.
counter.
They're late
Yeah.
every day.
But you're there for them. You're present. You're
Exactly.
involved, and then it's like at 9:00. It's like I gotta go back to the restaurant. But once bedtime comes, and then your other daughter, has she made a college choice yet, or is she in that whole zone yet, or we're not
We're-
discussing that?
Decision
Okay.
making.
Okay, I know she's
Uh,
brilliant. She's gonna change the world.
Oh, sweet girl.
Yeah, she's gonna do great things. I know it, and great things are happening here at the Katherine as well. Again, get those tickets for the collaborative dinner. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, it
the
sounds amazing.
Changs.
Awesome dinner.
I don't know if they're known as the
Jose
Chang Gang
Mendin,
anymore.
Jose
Jose Mendin,
Mendin,
Val, and
Isla.
Nando Chang, the Sandwich Gang.
Sandwich.
That is going to be
Davey
a
from Sidewalk Bottle pouring
Wow.
libations.
lot
Good
of
music.
food.
Great music.
What a party.
We're gonna
Let's
let
get
you
it
know.
sold
If
out,
you know
everybody.
anything about the Katherine, I curate the playlist here,
Oh, Lord.
and I think that night we're gonna let every chef kind of put their hands on the
interesting.
on the
That's it.
jukebox. And
And
so
you can find the Katherine here open 6 days a week
Tuesday
in
through
service
Sunday.
now, Tuesday through Sunday. Get
Happy
your
hour coming
reservations
soon.
on, is it Open Table?
Resi.
Resi.com, of course. Resi.com, make reservations. Reservations are not required, but they're definitely recommended.
They make life easier
Yeah.
when you're coming
Yeah.
to the Katherine.
And just a mental note, we're not a special occasion restaurant, man. This is a neighborhood restaurant.
Oh, no, you can come here
before a
regularly.
show, come before you catch a flight out of FLL, come after you arrive back home from a flight. You know, there's none of special occasion necessary. We're just here. We'd love to have you. And if it is a special occasion, we'd love to have you more. And, you know,
Well,
Let us
they'll
know.
make the special occasion
yeah,
that
no.
much more special.
We've done both.
But you know what a
Special or
special
not.
occasion is to me and Val these days?
what?
Any day that
No.
ends in Y. And once again, Lubie, take note for the record. The vegetable dish, I
Didn't
love
get
it,
touched at
but
all.
I have not touched it yet. Somehow the swordfish and the crab rice and the booze, the Negroni, and the Irish coffee.
More reason for you guys to love
It's
us.
been what I'm focused on, but I
That's
do
very
love
true.
this dish too. I swear I eat my vegetables just off camera. All right, guys, we'll have to do this more than once a
Yes.
year. Because
Yes.
I don't know
I
about
guess,
you.
I guess there was a
I can't believe
request
it's
from
once
Marissa and Timon.
I'm having
for that,
genuine
so that's
fun.
fine. We don't want you to get sick of us, but if you
No?
want us here, we will come.
I didn't
This is-
realize it was last year.
It was like
It's
last
been a year.
December.
We
It was
do it
right
once a
after
year.
the Times list
I know.
came out.
It's like,
After
I've
you
been eating
got
my wife
that
once a year. We do
latest
this once a year.
accolade, I mean,
I know.
between all the time you're getting,
You know.
you know, Beard semifinalist recognition, you're getting New York Times best this or
We just
that.
need Broward to be in this restaurant, help support it, so many more good chefs and operators come
It's
to
a
Fort
This
Lauderdale.
area.
of 2
That's it.
million people, and I think there's enough of those 2 million
Oh yeah.
that appreciates what goes on here. And if you haven't been here yet, come on out, because I guarantee, if you trust me in the world of food, and I know sometimes I don't eat in the most elegant manner.
They're the best, though. You've given me some good recommendations.
Oh yeah,
No,
where I
Mayo
was
knows it.
suspect, I'll be
No,
honest.
Mayo
I was
knows
like, "Is it real?" And then I call him. I'm like, "Damn, you're serious."
it's like I tell people, I'm not always right, just 95% of the time. All right, everybody have a great holiday season. What's your holiday schedule? Open, close, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, closed, everything?
We're actually closed. Go
Christmas
ahead.
Eve. We're closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day to give our staff time with
Oh
their
wow,
families.
both of them.
That means a
Excellent.
lot. It
Yes.
means a lot for us,
And-
our staff.
and
Some people are
New
going
Year's
home.
Eve.
Nazi's going home.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got-
where's home for Nas? It's,
Ohio.
Ohio.
Okay, a
Yeah.
Midwesterner.
And then we're going to be open New Year's Eve, but closed
Great.
New Year's Day.
Any
Nice.
special kind of multi-course dinner New Year's Eve, or just
Yeah,
the
New
regular
Year's Eve
menu?
we'll have some kitchen specials. Maybe you'll give me some of the stone crabs that you have left over.
I'm gonna
No, we-
try to get some caviar. If
Make
Chef
some
will listen to me.
arrangements, pull some strings. All right, Resi.com for your reservations for the Katherine. Again, 723 East Broward Boulevard. Plenty of parking in the back, and you can use that lot that's behind you.
Uber
after
here. We'll have a
Uber
look at
here.
it.
Park.
Uber here.
Actually,
Oh
I
yeah,
could-
Uber here so you can.
I could actually
Enjoy.
walk here. Not that I would, but you got to go under the tunnel, and that's a
God
drag. But I
forbid.
could go over the Andrews Bridge. I'll be here more often. It's very close. I don't know if Marissa and Timon are happy about that, but that was
We love to have you.
Hey,
dude.
salute.
I love
Merry
you.
Christmas,
Keep
happy
on doing the
holidays.
good work, and
To all- everyone out
everybody
there, too,
enjoy
yeah.
themselves. Tomorrow we're going to be at our friends at Grandpa's Bagel Cafe and Deli, Dania Beach. We're going to see our man Mark Freed for some really good bagels and sliced Nova and all the good stuff for a breakfast edition. Well, for us it's breakfast noon. We're starting a little bit earlier tomorrow.
Ooh.
We'll call it brunch, and maybe I'll have some matzo ball soup. And we'll also be celebrating Hanukkah, which doesn't start until Christmas Day. But tomorrow we'll be talking with Mark Freed about some of the Hanukkah offerings there. I know they have some of the jelly donuts. What do they call those? Sufagiyot.
Suganyot.
Sufagiyot.
Beautiful.
And then they also have all the things you'd want for your holiday table: potato latkes, potato
They have
pancakes,
good cakes there too.
brisket, and the like. Grandpa's in Dania. That'll be tomorrow at noon. Until then, our big thanks to Timon Ballou, Marissa Ballou, the whole staff here at the Katherine. Come on out sometime, check it out. And again, visit Lauderdale Food Wine Festival, vlfoodwine.com. Get your tickets. If this one is sold out, go check out some of the other dinners, some of the other events. It's going to be a great week, January 13th through 19th. That's it. Enjoy every crab fried rice, enjoy every Irish coffee, and enjoy every sandwich.